this way, it locks this way. Rotate device, lock. Okay, well, I tried. I was hoping Gary would show up, but we'll see. I don't think anyone's up right now. Oh, there's someone up. Somebody's up. Who's up? Oh, I forgot to plug in my mic. Sorry if the audio's crap. Debbie Wagstaff's here. I keep forgetting this is on the other side. There we go. Hopefully the other mic is turned on. What do you got going on here, guys? Who's here? Oh, man. I can't even pronounce that guy's name. I'm live again. I keep cutting in and out. I'm not sure why. I have bars, so don't know. I'm looking off in the distance like I can find an answer. I forgot to clean up last night, so you get to see me clean up a little bit from dinner last night, and then I start to make coffee. But everything's always... got a lot of cleaning to do. I forgot to clean my... I'm just hanging out, guys. So if you want to hang out and have coffee, great. Hey, Mo. Good morning, guys. Yeah, I'm making coffee. Then I'm packing up and loading up and getting out of here. Not sure if you guys want to hang around for that or not, but that's what I'm doing. I thought I'd stream it and see if anyone's alive right now at 7 o'clock in the morning. It is 7 o'clock, I think. 7:20, 7:24. Okay, I need trash cans, trash bags. That looks good. I'll double that. Yeah, today is collecting supplies. This was my agenda for yesterday when I said I wouldn't be here, because I was planning on leaving camp early, getting to a store, loading up with supplies, and heading out from there. I also have to stop by Death Valley Junction, find cannabis on the way out, because Sarah, well, because what am I doing? I'm emptying the trash and cleaning. So yeah, I'm delayed today, but I'm okay with that. Yesterday, by the way, when everyone had me checking email, someone had... It's not someone. It's me. Get the name real quick. Very nice of you. Whoever that was. I don't know. Garwood. I know a Harwood, but I don't know a Garwood. That's probably why I thought it was Eric, because the guy I know, his name's Eric, but his name is not pronounced the same way. Anyway, or spelled the same way. Okay, that's the trash for now. Okay, so today, if you guys can hear, just checking the mic. That's military aircraft. Can you guys hear a difference? This working for a living sucks. Tripping again. Good afternoon. Oh, the UK. Good afternoon. It's 7:30 in the morning here. In the Netherlands. Holy crap. Pixel Peter, I believe is his name. He's in the Netherlands. JC Vid. Yeah, I'm moving the camera around. I'm low signal right now. About the time I got up. I've been up for a while. I've been up for about an hour. I've just been laying in bed listening to the nothing. Okay, I gotta clean this thing. And that requires soap and water. Whew. Dang. It's hard to believe it's 4 o'clock in the world somewhere, but of course, I guess that's what happens when the world is not flat. I don't get these flat earthers. I think they just like the drama they bring with it for people who absolutely are trying to convince them otherwise. I don't try and convince people that the world is round. If they think it's flat or pyramid shape or octagonal, I don't know. I don't care. Just don't go killing people. That's my biggest rule. Is don't go killing anyone over your beliefs, because beliefs are that. They're just beliefs. I'm softening up my sponge. The things I have to do. I swear it's funny. I'm cleaning a dish, that's all, or a pot, so I can boil water. I normally clean my dishes right away, but last night I conked out. I was dealing with a lot of not good stuff. I better not be out of water, because all this cleaning will be for nothing, right? If I don't have any water to boil with. Oh, I've got water. I've got water. Oh, yes. There's plenty of water here. Oh, jeez Louise. How do you do that? That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. My water tank has this handle. This handle here. It just got stuck between the... It didn't want to go on top of the tailgate. It got stuck underneath the tailgate. What? I watched Adam the Woo this morning. He's in Pigeon Forge riding on some rides out there, amusement rides. That's kind of what he does. And he said something that I liked, and I don't know where it came from, but what was the saying? I'm not going to be here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time. What? Where did that come from? I like that. I want that on a shirt. Or bumper sticker, Come on. Every day I do this routine. Every day. Coffee, fill up the water, clean up. That's my ration of water a day. That's why you see me carrying this thing around all the time. I ration my water. 1 a day, a gallon. Cleaning, drinking, cooking. So I get about 8 days out of that container of water if I regulate it. So I'm pretty good with it. Once in a while I'll dip into tomorrow's or the next day's ration, but not often. Great Lakes Waterfalls. How you doing this morning? Oh, you watched that same episode, Tripping again? Not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. I like that. I like that a lot. Because that's often what I do. I'm not really in one spot for very long. Well, in this case, I am here for a long time. This one spot. But dealing with bullcrap yesterday, kind of had to sit still and just get through the minutia. Oh, by the way, I have a face-to-face meeting next week with the tourism board, which is good. We'll see what they have. Apparently, the COVID-19 has really impacted their work as a government office there in Pahrump, I guess. But yeah, it was a good chat. I guess they had an agency before. Doing a lot of the work, but they're seeing better ways to do things now. And yeah, so I'm going in next week to talk with them, which is pretty darn hootin'. Hootin'? Yeah, you can use hootin' there. It's exciting. It's hootin'. Need power for the beast. There you go. Drink up, buddy. I'm about to do this thing. I'm talking to my phone like it's a living thing. Probably is. I just don't know it yet. It's gonna take over in a few years. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in there. I was a bad boy. Clean my bowl last night and it got all hard and crusty, so I have to soak it. There we go. And this is done. Clean this out. So I also watched Sarah's part 2 of her rainforest. I hope it works out too, Mo. Thank you. Oh, okay. You want to see the landscape? Okay. Let's go see the landscape. I'll take a break. Oh, that's not good. There you go. We're reconnecting. Sorry about that, guys. Can't go too far because of the battery. So let me angle it differently then. Oops. Wasn't supposed to do that. Can't do that either because it's too high up. I'll try this. There. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Just made a mess of this place. Hey, Larry. Are you meeting one RSC at the location or are you following each other there? We're meeting at the location. Strange question. James? Yeah, it does interrupt the stream a bit because my battery and my location. This camera is looking right at LA. Dead center is LA. So I guess you're looking right at Shoshone, which would be southwest of here, more west than south. West-south. I look like De Niro. You know, my father often tells me that I look like him, so I'll let my dad know. Robert, Robert De Niro. He's the actor. His last name's actually Robert Word. I kind of think that I have some of his features, but I'm nowhere close to being Italian. So, if that's what he is, I'm just guessing. It looks a little smoky, just a tad. It's really more, yeah, it's smoky. Not as bad as it's been for the past few days, but it's smoky. I would have to agree. Thank you, Jeff, if you're there. Jeff Gimbel. I want to call him Gimbal, but I call him, the correct pronunciation is Gamble, I believe. Having a tailgate on the back of whatever vehicle you're off-roading with, or camping in, boondocking, whatever you're doing, having a tailgate is huge. Huge. There, I'm not cut off. Okay, and you get a little bit of the downhill look. So what you're looking at is a downhill slope. It drops pretty quick, just past here, and it goes downhill about 7 miles into Pahrump. Okay. I'm cleaned except for the bowl and spoon, which are soaking. The sun just came up. My solar panels are collecting sunlight now. And I've faced them towards the sun. And that stuff's right there. Here's the pot I just cleaned from hot water. Tea instead of coffee for you? All right. De Niro if he was lean. Thanks, Debbie. Green tea. I can't have green tea in the morning. It makes me throw up. Not because I don't like it. I love green tea. It gets me too hyper. Literally, I get so hyper, I vomit. I know this because I was on a San Francisco bus, public transit, and I was sipping green tea, and I started feeling strange, like I wanted to go out for a jog or something, and I started getting anxious, and then all of a sudden, projectile vomiting inside of a bus. It was pretty bad. Yeah. The poor people on that bus, I swear, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I could not control that. I tried, and it just came out the sides. I just made it worse by covering my mouth. And I was standing. It was so embarrassing. I was humiliated and laughing at the same time. Yeah, this is the last time I had green tea in the morning. That was probably over 10 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. I absolutely am horrified of green tea in the morning. I run from it. Now, black tea, that's different. I can have black tea in the morning. It's green tea. It really fucks me up. Am I the only one who does this trick? You actually, Al does this. You put the container right on the burner. It halves the time of warming or heating water and less propane. Makes sense to me. And I haven't broken this thing in, what, the 2.5, 3 years I've had it. I had a better stove before. It had more options. You can actually push start it and stuff. Not push start it, but, igniter. This doesn't have anything, but it's the best one I've had so far. Because it has these side... It has these wings that come out, and they're really big. That's huge for me because I'm always in the wind, where I try to point the car into the wind, so I'm back here, in dead air. But even back here, the wind comes around. So having these side shield things it's kind of nice. It helps keep the food cooking. Okay, coffee mug, spoon, coffee, creamer. Okay. Yeah, morning time, coffee. Right after this, I wash my hair, straighten up, start packing things in. The whole car is rearranged. The interior of the car is not what it normally looks like, especially after I put the camera where it's at now. It's set up for sleeping right now. So a lot of the stuff that usually sits back in the back is, while I drive around, is sitting in the front seat, both front seats. Duffel bags, stuff like that. So it's easy to move around. It's just, I do it every day. So it becomes I guess a labor of love. Trash can. This is just one of my empty wipes. Oops, that's not supposed to happen. Good, you're not dry. I might. No. This is my next trash can, which would be a little bit smaller than my previous one, but as these go bad, I just throw them out and start over with an empty one. But yeah, that's my trash can. If you guys wanted to know what the hell's going on here. I don't like having an open trash container at camp. It just attracts flies. I like a fly-free campsite. I'm missing the conversations here. Whoa! Okay. It uses 2 fuels. I can't say where I'm headed today, Al. I'm going to Death Valley. I can't say because of Sarah. If it were just me going, I would be happy to tell the world where I'm going. I'm going to 4 locations, but I can't tell you where. What am I missing here? Oh. All my utensils. So I've got 3 main cases in my car. This small one's all my cookware. Spoons, forks, knives, pots, pans, you name it, that kind of thing. It all fits in here. Except the cutting board. The new cutting board does not fit in here. Oh, that's strange. Oh. Okay. I've got about a 4-hour drive, if that gives you a good idea where I'm going. Al? I had coffee last night. One good thing that happened yesterday is I charged up all my rechargeable batteries for the first time in a long time. All the camera equipment, all the new. It's getting warm already. I guess it was about 65 degrees this morning, Fahrenheit. Thermos is ready. Coffee's ready. Spoon is not. I have yet to clean the spoon. This is an MRE spoon, believe it or not. I'm going to be using today because my real spoon is messed up. It's not messed up. It has mac and cheese all over it. And do you guys let your water boil for a little bit before you actually yank it? I let mine boil for just a little bit. Make sure all those little makey sicks die in there. I guess I have a thing about getting sick from drinking bad water. I just don't want that to happen, ever. It just sounds really nasty. Coffee, dry creamer, and hot water, which stores in here. I guess this is a Sarah Jane Woodall routine that I do here. I do this first thing in the morning, usually about 5:30 in the morning. I make hot water and thermos it. So when Sarah's up, oh, she's ready to go. That was the worst pour in recorded time right there, Larry. I don't have a lip on my pot, so I spill sometimes. Today I spilled like a quarter of what I just boiled, so my bad. But enough to make coffee. First cup of the day. Oh, cinnamon in the morning. Oh, that is heaven. Cinnamon coffee in the morning. I never thought I'd like it, because I'm pretty plain Jane when it comes to coffee. Just coffee with cream and sugar usually, and straight black. I like it straight black, or black with sugar, or black with just cream. This is magic. Just smelling it, you go, oof. So thank you, Jeff. S1, how you doing? I'm meeting up with Sarah, I believe tomorrow. Somewhere in Death Valley, yes. You guys will see all these videos, I think next week, starting next week. I'll be releasing a hike I did with Jenny Gibbs next week. Today's there's no video. I'm still working on that video. But next week, you'll start seeing, after next week, you'll start seeing those videos roll out, that trip I'm on now. So you don't have to wait too long. Hopefully that helps. I seriously cannot tell you where I'm going, for a very good reason. Pumpkin pie spice. I think they had that at Starbucks. I did see that. Today's Wednesday. Oh, it's sunny but cold out there. Where are you at, JC Vid? You sunny but cold? Miss Mudkicka? You're in Iceland, that's right. That's right. I keep forgetting that. I'm guessing it's maybe, what, 80 degrees out right now? 70? About 75 degrees out? Not really 80. Definitely t-shirt weather now. Oops. I hear crow. Excuse me, raven. Where's the spoons at? I'll pour this over the spoon. Out you go. In you go. There you go. Yikers. Just about spilled my coffee. Yeah, I got a little mess going on here. I'll clean that in a bit. My trusty 3-year-old lighter. Day one of this trip, I bought that in Baker, California, just before I headed out to the desert for the first time to set up my first camp. I purchased this. It's a UCLA Bruins lighter with no fluid in it. I just use it for the spark. I think was out of lighter fluid the first 30 days. But yeah, 30 people here. Hello. Good morning. Pamela, where are you at? You're back east, right? Or are you up north? You're not far. You're far from here, I think. Minnesota. That's right. Whoa. It's the third time I've almost dumped my coffee. Wow. There's the dry lake bed right over there. Do you ever get lost in the desert? Never. I always know exactly where I'm at when I'm in the desert. And I make a point of owning it, basically. I love Tucson, Arizona. It does run about the same temperature. I remember driving down there my first year. I went down to the Pima Air Museum, the Space and Air Museum. Wow. I got to make that trip again. That was a lot of fun. I love airplanes. I'm a big airplane freak. I don't stop to ask for directions because I have GPS everywhere. So I download my Google Maps and I study the area. Okay, there's a couple things I do. Google Maps, I download the map for offline use. I also study that area on Google Maps to make sure I know where I'm going. I put way more waypoints in. I also use actual maps for Nevada and California. These benchmark maps are pretty darn good for elevation, stuff like that. If you ever go out in the desert and you get lost, you're doing something very wrong. So you probably should turn around and follow your footprints out of the desert. Winarossi is my compass. Yes, she taught me everything I'm kind of living under. The kind of the rules I go by. Cheap RV Living, Adam the Woo, Wonderhussy Adventures, and a number of others. I studied quite a bit before I started off on my little adventure. But along this path, doing videos with or collaborating with Wonderhussy's channel, I've learned, I guess, outdoor etiquette, I guess is the best way I can explain it, and some type of moral compass to keep you respecting the environment that you're in and the people that you're close by, even though they're not close to here. I make sure this place is spotless when I leave for the next person to come and enjoy it. It wasn't quite like that when I was here. There was a lot of people just dumping trash out here, old clothes. There was an old portable toilet out here. All kinds of shit was out here. I cleaned it all up, trash bag after trash bag after trash bag. And now I've got a little park. It's actually really nice. I can go up to this place I call the stage, and have my coffee in the morning, and just sit around and plan, look at the maps, stuff like that. But if you're afraid of getting lost in the desert, get over it and study the map more, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's a guy thing not to ask. Well, I ask for directions when I'm lost. Adam Lou is great. Yeah. Channels like his, I don't find them to be very accessible, even though you get that feeling that you can accept, get a message to him. I've sent plenty of messages to Adam and just goes on deaf ears, but that's fine. He's a busy guy and he's not really in my realm. He used to be when he did Explorers. Now he's just doing amusement park tours, which is his passion. Mine is the desert. I don't have a lot of good memories about being in amusement parks. I don't know. At Eminence, who cleaned the desert first, AJ or Larry? I would believe that would be Larry. He did, because he went on a diet. But remember, for a while he was doing nothing but like restaurant reviews and food reviews. He really ballooned out. He got big. But he's on the right path now. Yeah, Jenny Gibbs is a great little channel. She's just starting out. Good friend of mine. She's helped my channel quite a bit. You guys don't even know. Someday you will. Someday soon you will. I'm like sitting down. I really wish I could. Whoa, hey. Yukon line, is that right, James? Hey, Larry. Will you be going back to the Carney life anytime soon when it opens? Probably not. I believe that carnival company I was with, I think they're no longer around. Oh my goodness, World War II History Hunters here. You guys, please welcome World War II History Hunter. I watch his channel religiously. He does a lot of explorers out in Europe, all over Europe, of World War II histories, World War II battle sites, I guess, or locations. And he does a lot of exploring, metal detecting, and just flat out sleuthing. And my goodness, okay, good to see you out there, and always learning new stuff from your explorers. And here you go too. Thanks for sharing and greetings. Oh my goodness, you guys, please check out the World War II History Hunter channel. You'll see what I mean. Him and his family go out to the desert, not desert, but into remote areas looking for evidence of these wars happening. So it's pretty darn cool. He has a huge site channel. I don't even know how he figured I was on. I'm so small compared to him. But World War II History Hunter, thank you for stopping by. You're always a breath of fresh air when I see your videos come up. Thank you very much for stopping by. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, he's a great channel. Yeah, History Hunter. He's one of the better, I guess, family channel out there. He's very PG. Actually, more like G rated. Is there such thing as G rating? That's the kids rating, right? I haven't heard him say one bad word the whole time I've been watching his channel, which has been a long time, well before I started this trip. World War II History Hunter actually commented on one of his many videos once, or wrote down my channel name. And I got a ton of people coming over from that, and it just tickled me to death to see that. Because yeah, kind of what I do is what he does. I poke around where I probably shouldn't be. Coffee time, April. Yes, indeed. I was talking about my channel is small compared to yours, sir. I did not mean that way. Some of the places I go to, if one thing goes wrong, you could be in a big mess. So thank you, World War II History Hunter. I really appreciate your comments and I really appreciate your work. You're an inspiration to me. Big time. April, this is World War II History Hunter. He has a huge channel. And I'm flattered that he's even here talking with us. He's very knowledgeable too. I have actually commented once that he probably should work for the Smithsonian. He has a lot of in-depth information about the German side of things, and it's fascinating. And good morning, April. Shoot, World War II History Hunter. You know, there's World War II history out here in the United States as well. They put in military installments right at the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, and all that's still there. Much like the remains you show, you see the concrete enclosures, which the big, huge cannons were probably housed in and everything. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Manzanar is close to me, and I've done a video of Manzanar. Oh, in Alaska? It is dangerous. I wouldn't. You're right, World War II History Hunter, and I was kind of touching on that earlier with do you ever? Someone asked me earlier, do you ever get lost in the desert? And I don't, because I don't blindly go out to the desert. I study it. I know it before I get there. It's like I'm going into war. I have to know every little crack and crevice out there, little valley, before I go out and do any of these explorers. There's a lot of planning involved with this. Yes, I'm actually going kind of close to one. A few hours away, but I'm going. Oh, the Presidio. Yeah. Well, the Presidio is a military. I think that was an army base or Marine. I'm not quite sure, but if you go across the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco and you hang a left and you go up the north side of the peninsula up there, there's huge installments for cannons, sink ship stuff. Yeah, there's a lot out here. I'm close to the Patton Tank Museum. I'm thinking about going to that. World War II tanks. Probably some of the tanks that were used in Europe. Yeah. If you don't know where you're going, you're just guessing at it, and you're in the desert, you're looking at a lot of trouble. You should know exactly where you're going at all times, and when you don't, turn around and go back. Pack it in, pack it out. If you can't walk out of the desert, you probably shouldn't be going into it. Yes, the Marin Headlands. Exactly, those bunkers. That's what I'm talking about. They're huge. I've often gone up there when I lived in San Francisco. Did I catch the worm? I did, I think. Of the Patton Tank Museum? I'll definitely do that. And if I get up to San Francisco again, which will probably be in the next couple months, at least closer to December, I might get up to those Marin Headlands and do some video. I'll probably just shoot you that video and show you what we have up here. You've probably already seen those though, World War II History Hunter. But I'll definitely do that. I'll get that out there. I'll ping you. How's that? I'll send you a little email just letting you know I put it up. What time is it in Germany? It must be, what, 5, 6 in the morning? In the afternoon, excuse me. It's morning here. Larry, get your geography right. No, it should be close to what, 5 or 6 in the evening, I would guess. I'm talking to World War II history hunter. What? What's in this coffee? This is awesome, guys. There you go. Yeah, I'm a big fan of his, so have him on my channel. It's just, I mean, wonder has to even come on my channel to chat. One question from World War II history hunter. I do not trespass in any of the videos I go to. There was one that I was trespassing in. I was requested to leave the property, but it wasn't posted that I was trespassing, so it was kind of their fault. But I do not trespass. I always do it legally, and that's following my friend Wonder Hussy's lead. She's my compass, basically. I do things following her. Yeah, Patton's Museum. Yes, yes, that's exactly right. I'd love to go there. I've talked about it many times, and I just haven't gone. But this cold weather is allowing me to go down there now. So this past summer has been kind of off limits to me to go anywhere in the desert. Now that it's lightened up, I'm going probably down there to do a video, full day video down there. Yeah, anyone. It's called BLM. It's called Bureau of Land Management. It's part of the U.S. government. World War II history hunter. It's called BLM land. This is not Black Lives Matter. This is before that. This was called BLM, and I'm on BLM land right now. It's land managed by the federal government, and it's set aside for public use. These are basically taxpayers' land that I'm camping on. You're allowed to camp on these sites up to 14 days at a time for free. You pack it in, you pack it out. After 14 days, you have to leave for one day, and then you can return back after you've been gone for 24 hours. You can return back to the same spot for another 14 days. So what I usually do is I usually hop around from one spot to another. I never really return to another spot for at least a few weeks, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's open. Hopefully that answers your question. But you can do all the metal detecting you want. You can do anything you want out here. Shoot guns, you name it. It's open land. Oh, it's 511. Okay. Yes, I guess it would be much like your public lands out there. Man, this is exciting to have you here, man. I'm blown away. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day and your family to say hello to us. This is great. BLM. I love Bureau of Land Management. I mean, my travels would be so much more difficult without it. I'm up in the Spring Mountains above Pahrump, Nevada. That's about an hour away from Las Vegas. And between Las Vegas and Death Valley, right in the center, is Pahrump. And that's why I picked Pahrump as my home base. It's close to a big city, Las Vegas. Pahrump is very modern, has a Starbucks. The first Starbucks was installed last year, I believe. Yeah, I know. They only have one Starbucks here. In the grocery stores, they have them, but this is a standalone store. Yeah, I picked this place because it's the gateway to Death Valley and the unknown. World War II history hunter, come out and visit. You have a free invitation to come out here when this COVID lifts. You should. Yeah, it's really kind of blossomed in the last couple of years, April. From what I'm hearing, last 5 or 10 years, it's really kind of blossomed. A lot of people are actually moving into Pahrump from the Las Vegas area for cheaper housing. And I would welcome you in any time of the day or night. If you needed anything, I'd be happy to help you, World War II history hunter. Wow. That's cool, John. If I do these live streams at my campsites, you guys will know every one of my campsites. And I'm grateful that some of them don't have service because I don't want to give up my secret ones that no one goes to. Well, greetings, World War II history hunter. I'll see you again soon on your next video or on mine, but thanks for you and your family. Thank you very much. And come back again. I love this guy. He's really like this, guys. He's really down to earth, nice dude, and he does all his editing. He does all his music. It's awesome. I really enjoy his channel. Do tune in if you're not already. Yeah, make it a great day. Indeed. It's hard to make it a great day with just one cup of coffee, though. I think I'm gonna have to go for a second, just to be sure. Yeah, check it out if you're really into exploring and. Well, if you like my channel, you should like his. He's very technical in what he's finding, and he can visually tell you right out the gate what he's looking at. If not, he asks, and usually the people in the comment section do know what he's looking at. Ooh, Pamela does 2 cups as well. Well, in Minnesota, I guess you kind of have to do that, right? It's cold. This black shirt in the morning is the best because it's really warmed up. Can you tell I'm procrastinating quite a bit? Just sitting here blabbing away when I should be packing. Normally, I pack. I'm done packing by 8 o'clock, so I'm ready to move out. Rarely do I move out at that time, though. I tend to sit around and feed the wildlife and shoot video of stuff I will never publish. I'm out of milk. Today's supply run day. And today's supply run day is because I have a great donation from, was it Greg? I thought it was Eric, but I think his name was Greg. Let me get the person's name again. Let's see here. Where's it at? No, I don't want that. I want, come on. This phone is clunky. It's not, sorry, I just dropped out. I think that happens on this phone. My other phone, I could multitask. This one I cannot. Not yet cold, but coming. Thank you, Greg Garwood, if you're out there. You rock. Rex. Give me. Rev. Security. Good morning. Seeing some new people here. Tripping again. 2 sugars and black. Well, I didn't put any. This is more like black, but it looks like it's cream and sugar because there was a little bit left. My second cup, I usually change it up. I go strictly black or whatever was left in the cup mixed with black. That's what this is. So it's mostly black. April likes lots of cream and sugar. Because you're a sweet person, that's why. And you run out at night when you go to sleep because your body's dreaming all these sweet dreams. So that you wake up in the morning, you have to have cream and sugar so you can fuel up on your sweetness. I mean that in a good way. Oh, no sugar. But cream has sugar in it, right? Oh, I think what she's trying to say is she's already too sweet. I'm pretty sure. That's what April's saying. Sumatran coffee creamer. I've never tried that, I don't think. Pamela Brooks asks, do you think you and Wonder Hussy will ever run out of places to explore? No, it's impossible. I've been in this Pahrump area for over a year now, year and a half, and I'm still discovering stuff. Matter of fact, the Pahrump Tourism Board told me that they have special access to places that are locked up, you can't get to. She wouldn't go into detail about it, but that's intriguing to me. The Pahrump Tourism Board has keys to some place that no one else does, and I can get into it and video this? Hell yeah. I like streaming with you guys. I don't know if it's a selfish thing on my part. We should go east. It's funny you bring that up. The stream is lost. It still says I'm live. I'm still getting comments. Arizona. I'm good. Yeah, I dropped out because I went to look at my email, and this phone doesn't do multitasking. My smartphone does. I can leave the camera running while I check email. Checking email on this is a pain in the ass. That's really weird. I'm getting... I dropped out again just now, but I'm back. Hopefully this works. Whew. I just went to check my signal. I have 2 bars of 4G, which is probably not enough to stream with, but I can't believe this is working. And I forgot to do portrait. I'll do that next time. Yes, a short buff, because I had to drop out of this program to go check. Tripping again. Where are you? The car's not blocking the signal. The signal's coming from the town of Pahrump, which is behind me. The car's in front of me. So... And there's no way, because I moved the camera out this way and I lost signal completely. So I think maybe the car is actually enhancing it. You're in England. Is that what you mean back east, to go to England? Bunny ears on my phone. That's the X5. The X5 is now my TV antenna. Oh, back east in the USA. Okay, not England. Got ya. Yeah, I do have plans to go back out east. I've been threatening for the past couple of days that I'm going to start being more nomadic and not really use my home base like I have been as my outpost where I staged to go out into the desert. I'm going to start changing that to go out into the United States. That's the reason why I have this phone. That's why I have Verizon. This is why I'm making these changes. All this equipment that I just received from you generous viewers, that will be used to aid in that as well. I am planning on expanding the scope of my explorers, yes. A lot of that hinges on, well, funding of the channel. And you guys have certainly done that. And it's allowing me this freedom to work for you guys. So thanks for hiring me. You're glad I stayed on when World War II History Hunter was here for you? Thank you. He emails me from time to time. He's just a really cool guy. I comment on his videos, and yeah, he's just a cool dude. I like sporting channels who are just down to the bone, just good people. But I'm not moving out of this area because I've run out of things to explore. Yeah, I could be doing this for another 20 years and never really cover everything twice. Yeah, true. And you start to see why I like to keep the Eminence X5 looking externally like it does, kind of stock. It has all-terrain tires, but that's about it. And even those tires look streetable. They don't look aggressive, and they're not loud. So when it's all buttoned up and cleaned up, it looks like a yuppie mobile with some yuppie short-haired dude going to work. You open it up, and it's a world of difference. Pamela Brooks. I sleep in my vehicle all the time. I'm a nomadic YouTuber. I do not have a place that I can actually say this is where I live, unless you look at the X5. Oh, thank you, Pamela. That's very kind of you to say that. I hope it comes across. I tend to be nice. I get upset sometimes when things aren't the way I think they should be running. I get a little aggravated. You saw that a little last night when I had to deal with this. Check your email. Check your email. It's like, you know what, guys, I can't do that right now. You saw me dropping out just now because I was just checking to see if I even had signal. The live stream dropped, so I have to power up my hotspot, turn on my laptop, and when I got there, there's no email. It's like, who's pulling my chain? You know, it just starts getting at me. So, but that's live feed. Yeah, I agree, John. It doesn't look like, I'm living out of my vehicle, which society looks down on. Um, I quit my corporate job. I I I gave it up. I had enough of working for other people and the stress that goes along with it. I had a $100,000 job uh, in corporate marketing. It was okay work. It was very stressful. A lot of backstabbing going on, and I learned a lot there, and I learned that this is probably not where I want to be. So, I was into cars. I had I had a few, track cars going on, race cars going on, and I had a full garage. I'm talking garage. Like I rented a separate building with a lift in it, and that's where I stored my cars. I worked on my cars. It was like a full-on mechanic shop, and yeah. Bomber just went by. Ah! I don't mess with bombers. I just run from them. No problem, Pamela Brooks. I'm happy to show you guys. I'm an open book when it comes to this. I was very concerned about doing this when I first started. It seems fun at first, like, ooh, I'm going to go out and live out of my car for a few months. This was different. This was like, oh crap, am I really doing this? Have I just given everything up and I'm going down this road? And the answer was yes, and I never turned back. And when I told my condo that that was it, I had the strangest reaction, but I actually giggled because I knew this was going to be a hoot, and it has been. There's only been a couple stressful times. The engine let go. That was stressful. Sarah came to help with that. My tent dying in the wind when I first started out, that was frightening. I thought my trip was over at that point. Oh, there's a ton of people living in vehicles. I had Hondas. I had a Honda S2000, AP1 track car. I had friend me on Facebook. You can see some of those pictures there. I had it was a full on race car, uh, huge Alcon front brakes, rings. What else? JRZ suspension, adjustable suspension, coilovers. I guess is what you call them. External reservoir. Yeah, that was a full on hot rod, but it was a track car. It was meant for Sears Point, Laguna Seca, that type of thing. Civics, front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, that kind of thing. Oh, you're really going to do this, April? You're thinking about doing something like this? You definitely have to watch Cheap RV Living then. That's how I learned everything I needed to get this done right, to my liking. Now, there's many different ways you can do this, but the way I've done it is more for YouTube vlogging. I like to think of myself in this vehicle together as like a investigative news reporter that can just drop into a place and just cover the story and then pop back out again within minutes. Um, this is that. This is that moving studio that I can vlog from. Um, Having live streaming was part of the idea when I first started, and I didn't have enough members to do that or subscribers to do that. Of course, now I do, and I don't do live streaming, but I have picked that up in the last 6 months. So I'm back to where I was when I turned off my cell phone, but I have a lot more um, subscribers now, and I've turned it back on. And boy, my parents are going to be blown away when I tell them the news. I haven't told them I have a phone yet, and if they're watching this, I have a phone. You're being notified now at the 1 hour mark in this live stream, Mom, Dad. I don't think they watch these. They do watch my recorded ones though. Yikes! I'm missing all these. Pamela Brooks. Do you have ideas about where you will go next? Well, I'm after this trip. Um, I may have one more Death Valley trip to do to finish up a couple things. Uh, but after that, uh, I'm starting to venture into different states, New Mexico, Arizona, um, and the likes. Well, shoot. That's exciting. You're in the planning stages of setting up a rig, April, that you're going to be able to camp out of, like sleep in the vehicle? Or are you planning on setting up a tent? There's a lot of variables to this, but I'm a big sleep in the vehicle kind of person, like Sarah is. I like to just drive in, not get out of the car, just crawl in the back and fall asleep. That's the best for me, that is. Yeah, vlogging for me, okay. I have this fear inside of me that I'm going to end up with Alzheimer's. So I figured at the age 50, while I still have some mental capacity to do this, and I'm still physically capable, I might as well just do what I've always wanted to do and just do this. And I'm doing it. But the real reason behind all this is because I'm scared to death I'm going to lose my mind and won't remember anything. So hopefully, watching videos of what I used to do will keep me there. Is that is that is that messed up thinking? I hope I make it to 75 and still have my memory. That's all I hope for. Gary, I've been waiting for you all morning, man. How you doing, Gary? Everyone, Gary Bauer. He's been a follower of my channel for a very long time. In the truck. I may pick up viewers if you explore near them, like if they're like hitchhiking or something. Pamela Brooks asked if I've seen any poisonous snakes. I've seen snakes. I've seen plenty of snakes. I've seen more snakes than I wish I knew existed in the desert. I actually was on a hike with Lexi and Skylar at a place called Buffington Pockets, and I think it's in my video. I'm starting my intro, and I look down and I realize a snake is slithering into the grass just by my foot, and I was shocked to say the least. That was as close as I've come. Good morning from Michigan. Kevin from Flint, Michigan. Go do it, man. Nothing's stopping you but you and the people who say you can't get it done. I say people have a lot of will, and they'll get what they need done. So I wish you luck with that, Kevin from Flint. I had a friend up there from Flint, Michigan. What was his name? Or was it Saginaw, Michigan? Which I think is close to Flint. Anyway, he ended up being weird. Let's hope so, John, because I've run across some things like, I don't know if you guys know how complex a manual transmission can be, but they're not terribly complex, but you have to know what you're doing. And, you know, I was working on one of my cars, and apparently I'd done the work already. So when I was in my garage that night, many moons ago, I started wondering, how could I have possibly done transmission work to this car and not have any recollection of it? And I started getting worried at that point, and I started planning on how I would try and combat that in my mind. I don't know, it's weird. Fear and loathing in the desert with Larry. Oh, I see what you're saying, John. Okay. Makes sense. You zoned out. White Tanks Mountain. Well, I have plans to go out of Nevada to Arizona, New Mexico areas. So, Gary, I'll let you know if I'm going down in that area. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to hook up, Gary. Have a cigar, have some coffee, hang out. Bobby the Desert Walker's here. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Maybe, or I'm just losing my mind. So that happened 6 years ago, and I've noticed I forget things. I completely forget doing things. And it's not because I forget them because they were horrible. I mean, working on a transmission is not horrible. It's just that why don't I remember pulling a transmission out of a car, taking it apart, and putting a part in, and then putting it back? Why don't I remember that? It's like I don't do that often enough to say, whatever. That's just CRS. Is that Consumer Recreational Services? Do you guys know what movie that's from, CRS? It's called The Game with Sean Penn is in it. Michael Douglas. Is it Michael Douglas? Yeah, Michael Douglas is in it. It's a really good movie. Watch it. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's one of my favorite movies. It takes place in San Francisco. It's a beautiful movie. I hear things digging in the ground. I would recommend a van, April, especially a 72 VW bus. Those are awesome. They're super easy to work on. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I just got dropped. Susan, yes. I will definitely let you know if I can remember. Chandel? Susan Chandel? I would love to go to Bob's, was it Rubber Stamp Rendezvous? What is it called? Something like that? Which reminds me, I have to email Bob from Cheap RV Living. He wanted to do an interview with me. And I haven't heard back from him as to what date yet, so. Hey, Bam Buster. RTR. Thank you, Eric. Getting hungry. Oh, they don't come up for 8 months later. Oh, I thought it was Stamp, Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. Excuse me. Tremors. That was filmed out, with Kevin Bacon. That was filmed out in Lone Pine. I've always wanted to do a video explore out there in Lone Pine in all that Western movie backdrop looking stuff. Um, I haven't found enough people to go out there camping with me, but that would be fun to spend about 3 or 4 days out there camping. Yeah, JC Vid, that movie was great. It still is, and it's gained a lot of cult following, I guess. But I really want to go out there. A lot of movies, great Western movies, were filmed out there, and I want to capture some of that. I definitely have the equipment to do that now. I don't have a drone yet, but for me, I'm kind of like Casey. Was it Neistat? When it comes to drone use, I would use it only for establishing shots. It seems like a lot of money to spend for just, maybe 10 seconds of video that you're going to get from it per video, if you even use it. Now, a lot of places I've been to in the past 2 years, I can't use a drone. I'm in a state park, federal national park, so they don't allow drone use for good reason. Let alone, the privacy part. It's noisy. And it seems kind of intrusive to other people. You don't know, why those drones are flying around. So it seems kind of weird for me to pick up a drone and start using it. But I would only use it for establishing shots. Like, it wouldn't even be a moving shot. It would be more of a high angle shot down at where I'm going. I don't know. I'm not a drone guy. I'm not an action sports guy. I'm a slow mover, I guess. I'm a worm. I do have an extended selfie stick. It's called a monopod. It extends out over 8 feet. Oh, yeah, Pamela. Wonder how she's getting better at her drone work. But her drone doesn't like wind. She has a hard time flying it in heavy wind. Oh, yeah, that would be great for checking out boondocking spots. Yeah, you can use it as your scout. That's probably what I would use it more for, scouting. But then it takes the hiking out. It takes the mystery out of what's around the corner. So I don't know. It's fun to discover stuff on a hike. I'm torn. As much as I like aviation, you would think that I would have a drone. I think the reason why I don't have a drone is probably because I'd set up some kind of race course and destroy it somehow. I can make it around this course in half the time now. I can see myself doing that. And I'm like that, folks. I will find the limits of anything. Pamela, I used to get really worried about getting stuck. I'm not so much anymore. I know how to read the maps now, and especially those large atlas maps I have. They show you which roads are paved, which ones are unpaved and groomed. And I usually stick to the unpaved, groomed roads. I believe they're a double dotted line. I stick to those roads. I don't go anything past that. And if it says high clearance 4x4 required, I don't venture into those. I have stock clearance, all-wheel drive. So I'm very limited as to where I can actually boondock. But I'm finding that a lot of these established sites, like in freecampsites.net, they're geared more around towards that sort of thing, like a VW bus kind of vehicle. Which drone do you have, JC Vid? May I ask? It must be DJI. I don't drive in heavy sand. So there have been times like I went out to the Dumont Dunes in my vehicle, and that's nothing but sand dunes. But there's paved, not paved. There's groomed roads, hard packed. It's almost like dirt. It's like dirt roads. Um, I've been out in the baby Dumont Dunes, but you can kind of tell where there's sand. You just don't go there. I went out to the big dune, and you just, I mean, at minimum, I would have all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and you shouldn't have any problems. But I know what it's like, Pamela. I was not an off-roader. I was a blacktop kind of guy, and I've learned how to drive off-road, and it takes a little practice. But don't be fearful. Just be respectful. True. That's knowing your environment, Pamela. But I think if you just use your common sense, you should be fine. Hey, Rowdy. Good morning. How are you this morning? I'm having my second cup right here. We're all sitting around talking smack. That's one thing I wish I had is a dirt bike. Are you talking a motorized bike or a pedal bike? Either one would come in handy. I'm thinking, and someone brought this up in one of these conversations, I should have a fat tire electric bike. And they're right. I should. You have a motor? Okay. So I was thinking like a 125 or a 250 or even a 50 would be fun to go off-roading with. The Trail 90s are cool. People nomad around the world on Harleys. I'm a big Honda guy. CB. But anything mechanical off-road, any kind of off-road vehicle would be great to have, I would assume. Yeah. I've got a trailer hitch on this thing. I can pull about 5,000 pounds on it, but then I have a trailer to hide. CRF 250. I don't know. I've seen plenty of Harleys off road. You'd be surprised. I was out in Ballarat. There's guys riding around their Harleys out there. They're hogs. That's nothing but off road. So they weren't going fast. They were just putting around. But still, it's all about the tire. Um, just get really good off road tires. I use Terra Grappler G2s. You can air those down. They get fat. They have really good sidewall protection. If you get into the sand, you can deflate and you get more footprint. There's things you can do to help yourself out when you think you need it. Airing down tires is definitely one of those things. I've yet to air down these tires, so I might do that on this trip, though. This trip coming that I'm leaving for today. I'll travel with you, April. It's not that bad. It really isn't. At the start, it's kind of freaky, but let me know if you need a buddy. Yeah, just a little pull me behind trailer, throw a couple bikes and stuff in it, and unhitch when I get to a spot like a camp, um, if needed. Yeah, I can totally see that. I'll be your buddy, April. Yeah, winches are good ideas, or other things. There's other things to get you out of binds, but yeah. XR100. Yeah, it's all about that sidewall protection. I've got cuts on my sidewall that a normal tire would never made it. Would have never made it. See if I can find one. Oops. And I don't even go on gnarly roads. Let's see here. Not that tire. The front tire. Yeah. I would have to clean the tire to find them, but you can see where the rocks have hit the side of the car or the tire, the sidewall. It's not really the bottom tread. It really is the rest of it. Ah, you'll be the camp mom. Okay. Don't drive near a cello plant. Oh my god. Oh no, April. Okay, April's bringing something up that I have to touch on. Yeah, that all that all that beautiful scenery that you have in those forests in Northern California, in the foothills of the Sierra, that's all fuel. Um, that makes me worried when I'm around it. I look at things a little differently, like living in San Francisco, so close to that big body of water called the Pacific Ocean. I mean, it's just a matter of time before something bad happens, and like an earthquake just off the coast of California, causing a huge tsunami. Um, Chance of that happening is slim, but still, anything large bodies of water scare me now because of that tsunami issue threat. As much as we use water to live by, um, it's a precious resource for us. It's also one of the scariest things I've ever witnessed. It's a destructive force. Look at Alaska. Moving water up there has destroyed whole mountainsides, cleared huge sections of land of any kind of timber because a lake had been sloshing. It sloshed up on the side of some of these mountains, and it rips everything apart and kills everything. As long as it's not moving, you're fine. Same with forests. You live up in the forest like Warner Hussey's mom. That's fuel that normally, if left alone, would clear itself out through just normal forest fires, lightning strike kind of fires. It would slowly clear itself out and burn itself out over and over again. We keep it from burning, and it piles up. And then when it catches on fire and goes crazy, we scratch our heads and go, "How could we let this happen?" Because we haven't been letting it happen, and it builds up. I feel strongly about that. I mean, the Native Americans used to burn huge areas of land just to keep the problem at bay, I don't know if I'm old thinking or what, but yeah. Okay, Rowdy. Catch you later. I could check my email. What I'd have to do is turn on my hotspot, which means I'd have to leave this live stream to turn on that feature on this phone because it doesn't multitask. And then I would have to pull up my laptop and boot it up. Does someone want me to check email again? I said to myself last night that I would not do that anymore. If you have an email, I will get to it. It sometimes takes me time, but less time these days because I have internet access. So. Yes, Pixel Peter, I'm very afraid of that fault. Don't do it. Yes, I did get your email on my new address. I have not gone through it yet. I will get to it though. I got a lot of comments here. Daniel. Daniel, tell me right now. Let's talk, Daniel. I get a lot of emails, so let's talk. Am I offending you that I didn't get back to you? Shit, I don't get back to like 90% of the emails that come in, and that includes my parents. And especially if you're emailing to digitalbridge@sf@yahoo.com. That's my junk email. I usually use that to sign up for things. Say no to spam. And believe me, I get a lot of long emails. So I wait until I'm in a quiet spot to do email. And why are we freaking talking about email again? I'm not checking my email right now. So I'm sorry if you're offended. It's you. I don't treat anyone any differently. One or else you never emails me. It's always text. Okay, it's been about an hour. Where am I at? 6.7. It's probably what, 9 at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 97 at what time? 9 o'clock. 9:03. I'm not going through it again. You're welcome to tell me what you need to tell me here if you want. If it's really important, I think you sent me stuff about I forgot the catalog name. The World. I've got the name of it. I did get the email though. Yeah, 97% on the charge. So I charged all day yesterday because it's been about a month now since I've done a complete charge. So once a month, I do a full charge to where the solar panels turn off. So what happens here is my Victron battery monitor will read 100% because I'm really at that 100%, and it's going to trickle charge slowly over the next 24 hours, which it's almost 3/4 of the way done with. Today, we'll finish that off. It'll probably be happening at camp later this afternoon. Yes. Nescafe this morning, indeed. How did you know that? Did I show this already? Yeah, Nescafe. Cinnamon. With cinnamon creamer. Cinnamon toast? What? French toast. Cinnamon French toast. Non-dairy creamer. It is getting very bright. We have this, like, almost looks like a marine layer, but it's the smoke. Used to seeing a marine layer like this in San Francisco a lot. But it would just get worse, and it'd be a lot lower hanging. If someone changes email addresses and I'm not sending to a dead account, think about it. Okay. I'm getting ready to change that too, Eric. It's the fact that nomads are using solar and other tech to get power. Yeah, my battery isolator has not gone in yet, and that will change things quite a bit. I won't be sitting here doing this. I could just drive for 30 minutes. My batteries will be fully charged. I don't have to wait for 2 days. Yeah, I would say it's closer to 80 degrees now, 75, 80 degrees. That sounds pretty good. Coffee with banana taste to it. Pamela, Jackery is something I would like to use, a battery bank like that, a portable one, because those are lithium. They're smaller, lighter, more compact, and portable. I basically have that in my car right now. My solar setup is basically a larger version of a Jackery, although a Jackery would definitely keep my fridge running all day. No problem. I really, if Jackery were to come up and say, would you like to do work in kind, I would probably say yes. I'd probably yank all this junk out of my car and replace it with the Jackery. That is the way to go. It's lighter weight. You can move it around. It's modular. You're not ripping up your car and installing these big 100-pound, 200-watt solar panels. Yeah, Jackery's the way to go if you ask me. It's 71 in Pahrump. Thank you. Yeah, I just saw that. I just saw the alert for Wonder Hussy uploaded. She uploads a lot of videos every Wednesday, 3 to 4 videos a day on a Wednesday or during the week. For me, that's too much. I only watch, I guess, one of the 2 or 3 that she puts out a day. During the day, I should say. Tripping again. 14 degrees Celsius in England. Eric, you're funny. But Jackeries are cool. I really like them. And after seeing and using Wonder Hussies, I'm sold on it. I am absolutely sold. Today's hump day? Yeah, it is. Makes your butt hurt. You're funny. I am still meeting with Wonder Hussy. I was delayed a little bit, Gibby. I was delayed a little bit. It's not bad to have those things around, Eric, for that very reason, for power outages. I'm getting hungry though. I have to eat something. What the heck is in here? Jeff, if you're watching this or you're here, what? These are nuts. These are nuts. It's good to have power in all situations. You're right. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, those coffees are crazy. You gotta pick when and where to use those things because that's like setting up dynamite. When you turn one of those, man, whew, you're on for a ride. Bobby Deswalker, thank you. You're great, Bobby. Thank you. Y'all rock. Okay. Okay. It's got a weird email message. Anyway. Yeah, you heard that. The fly is back. These are big flies. They're big. House flies are like this big. These guys are huge. Catch you later, April. Thanks for hanging out. But just like April, I have things to get done too. So I'm going to break it off for now. But good morning. I actually came on for Gary Bauer. Him and I used to do this. We used to talk a little bit in the morning through live chat. I was kind of hoping to catch Gary here, and I did. I enjoy these chats too, guys. I really do. That's why I come on. I'm not just doing this to do it. I actually enjoy you guys, your company at camp. It gets lonesome. I wouldn't say I'm lonely, but it gets lonesome sometimes. Goodbye, new friends. Goodbye, April. I'll see you next time. And yes, guys, I'm signing off as well. Thanks for hanging out. And be safe out there and be kind to one another. No matter how bad that enemy is to you, just be kind. You never know. Things can change. Fuck. Some things can change, but this sign never changes. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? I really don't want to stop, but I kind of have to get things done. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay.